Well, I think after all what happened in Gaza, and just to talk on the benefit side, that we have seen the whole world is actually talking about the Palestinian rights and the recognition of the Palestinian state. So recently we have seen Poland in this respect, we have seen Ireland, and I think there will be more countries. How far can this support or help when it comes to the concept of the ceasefire, or just to stop Israel from this genocide war?
I believe that the Zionist aggression against Gaza Strip has revealed the true ugly face of the Zionism and the Zionist existence to the whole world for the really first time. Because this time, nations are depending on social media sources right from the ground, right from the heart of the battles, the heroic battles that the Palestinians are fighting against the aggression. We are witnessing that how brutal are crimes of the Zionist army, and the whole nation in the whole world, from Australia to the U.S. to into deep of Europe, have realized that their regimes were lying to them, according to the international Western media, that drawn a very mysterious and not just and not true stories about what's really going on in Gaza Strip and in Palestine, and anything concerns the Palestinian file. Now the whole world realized that the aggression comes from only one side here, which is the Zionist existence, and the only side that's worth defending and supporting is the Palestinian side. The whole world realized that this conflict hasn't started on October 7th, but it has started one long century before, 100 years and more of aggressions against the Arabic lands, not just in Palestine, against Egypt, against Syria, against Lebanon, against all the countries of the East, by the Zionist existence. What we are witnessing right now is regaining conscience, the international conscience. That conscience, those that represented huge pressures against the Western regimes that had to take actions, even those actions were just nothing more than statements for just making their people feeling that they are sympathizing with the Palestinians, but on the real ground, on the real, on true reality, there is nothing but supporting the European and the Western support to the Zionist existence until this very moment, by weaponry, by aid, by support, by all sorts of supporting the Zionistic crimes against the Arabic nations, and of course in Palestine and in Gaza Strip.
Well, of course, it is just as we can see, many countries on the international level are condemning and also asking for the Palestinian rights and the independent state. But just as you mentioned, all these are words, and still we did not see any concrete steps taken against Israel. On the other side, Israel does not care about anyone on earth. They continue on with their plans. They continue with all what they are doing. They are using all weapons against the civilians, whether we're talking about starvation or preventing clean water or even allowing the humanitarian aid in general. And still we can see children and women are dying every day. So how do you see the current situation? Don't you think that there must be a way out of this? I mean, the international community, how far can they use some concrete steps to put pressure on Israel?
As we have witnessed the past 2 months, there are large-scale negotiations between Egypt and the main supporters of the Arabic rights in the occupied land toward Israel and their supporters from the West. Too many international levels were taken through. Too many measures are being approached, but until now there is no talking about final and near end to the war, and we are still searching for a ceasefire. On the other hand, we are expecting a possible aggression against Rafah by the Zionist existence again, which Egypt will never allow such attack, will never let the Palestinians in Rafah right besides our borders to suffer again from another aggression. As well as we are facing those unjust situations, whether by the Israeli cabinet or the U.S., the main supporter of Israel. We are witnessing harsh and hard and tough negotiations along by the hour. But I'm sure that finally we can reach a final resolution, because I believe that the losses, the huge losses that the Israeli economy and the Israeli weaponry has suffered through those months before, since the operation 7th of October, are so huge to be just continued with more war, with more battles each and every day. The main concept here that the Arabic resistance, the Arabic soul of resistance against the Zionist existence, are the main and important gain here by this actions in the Palestinian lands. The spirit of resistance, the realizing, the awaken, and realizing how dangerous that Zionist existence represents in our Arabic East, and it should be contained by all means. Which, with the first start, and the first to start with, is establishing the Palestinian state as according to the international laws and the international resolutions.
Well, talking about the international resolutions, and first we have the UN Security Council resolution, and also when it comes to the UNESCO. So, talking about all these resolutions, and again, Israel did not abide by any of them. And up till now, never that we have seen before any sanctions taken against Israel. On the other side, we can see this in different countries. Just as soon as any attack starts in any country, we will see many sanctions taken against the country. So, if we're talking about the current situation right now, why we didn't see before any sanctions taken or adopted against Israel?
Well, I'm sure that we have witnessed such double-measured decisions taken by the international organizations and the Western forces to help and prevent any sanctions against the Zionist existence. All over the history of that existence, and of course that's why that's because the West, the powers of West are the main cultivators of the Zionist existence. They are the main beneficiaries of the Zionist existence. To justify the military existence in the Mediterranean and in other parts of the East, in Gulf and other places, to justify their military existence. And of course, we are, as Egypt, the main and the true shield and armor of the Arabic East, will support the Arabic rights in the occupied land. And as we have did and accomplished for 100 years, we are the only nation that fought and gone through wars to defend those rights, which is a part of our own national security and international security. Along with what is truly needed now is uniting the Palestinian forces, the Palestinian powers, the Palestinian leaders of the resistance, with under a new flag, only the flag of Palestine. No organizations are needed anymore in Palestine. We need a new authority that represents the one sound of one Palestine, one state, to face and confront any Zionist aggression again. Will this, of course, can be accomplished right afterwards we find a truce for this war.
When we talk about the role played by the United States, and as we have seen recently, it was the first time for the United States to abstain. And even there were talks about that they have to stop immediately sending more weapons, and all the countries who are supporting or sending military weapons to Israel must stop immediately. And on the other side, we can see Benjamin Netanyahu says that he will continue with his attacks and he will continue moving forward in Gaza, attacking Palestinians, whether the United States helped him or not.
Well, I am sure that the Israeli side, especially Netanyahu, realizes for real that once he stops his aggression against the Palestinian lands, he will be under severe and harsh decisions by the Israeli community, and he will pay for his failure to aspect and to intercept the operations, October 7th, and of course they will pay. His cabinet, all of his cabinet, will pay for their failure and the failure of their own army that is facing only weapons handmade in the Palestinians and in tunnels, and facing only resistance powers that have nothing compared to the Israeli weaponry. This is a hard and historical failure to the Israeli army that reveals how weak it is, how inconfident and how scared in the face-to-face confrontations. Of course, he will pay politically for his mistakes, and that's why he doesn't want to end the war. He needs to make it safe for its own cabinet to run forward and to escape forward from being punished by their own associations.
Right, Mr. Amr Abdulrahman, journalist and writer, thank you very much for joining us.